Hi guys, welcome back. It is the second episode of Yapline. Woo! So exciting. Today we are mostly going to talk about friendship, and like friendship breakups. Why is it awkward to make friends in your 20s, especially as girls? Yeah, like why is it awkward? Why is it hard? Why does it take so much work and effort? Like why can't it just like move it smoothly like it did when we were like 6 or something, you know? Like you remember when you would just go outside, like knock on your neighbor's door and be like, "Hi, you want to play hide and seek?" Like it was so easy. It was so easy. But now it's like it's so awkward and weird and there's so much drama with it. It's like, what is the reason for this? We're gonna talk about honesty, random shit, just like it's gonna be good vibes. But first, let me give you a little weekly recap. So this week I honestly haven't really done a whole lot. Let's look back at my little calendar here and see what I did. I mostly just worked, honestly. I work at Starbucks if I didn't mention that before. So I mostly just worked. I've been picking up a whole lot of different shifts as well. And yeah, just like getting ready for my next round of classes because the way that my classes are lined up is like you have summer A and then summer B. So you have like, and maybe summer C. I forget how it is. So like it's one semester, but it's cut into like half semesters. So I took 2 courses for summer A and then I'm taking 2 courses for summer B, which are starting in a couple days. So I was finishing up the summer A classes and now I'm about to start the summer B classes. And so far I have passed all my classes that I have started since last year with all A's. So congratulations to me. Um yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. So there's that. And yeah, just like been working a whole lot. Like I'm either working at my store or I'm borrowing shifts at the store down the street or another store, like whatever. Like I have a bunch of different stores that I borrow shifts at. But I'm also trying to promote to become a supervisor, and working at other stores and borrowing shifts kind of shows that I'm dependable. You know? The ones who get it, oh, the ones who get it, and the ones who don't, don't. Um, what else? Oh yeah, my car has been having a lot of issues lately. And it is, oh my god, it's been having issues since the moment we moved here. And I've been here for a year. And basically it doesn't have any AC. And me living in Texas, in San Antonio, that doesn't always end well. Like I I will get like not heat flashes. I'll get like motion sick when I'm driving sometimes because it gets so hot. And then like you can't, and I have to like go into work either wearing things that like aren't in dress code and then change when I get there, or like I go in just like wet and just hot and sweaty and it's no, bro, no. And my face is shiny and my face is red and it's flushed. Like, it's fucking terrible. And my dad was able to fix a little bit of it. So it works like 35% of the time. But it's still not where it should be at. And there's still definitely a lot of things that I need to get fixed in my car. But this one I need to get done quickly. And I have an appointment tomorrow to get it fixed. So crossing my fingers on that. I have the part for it, so it shouldn't cost more than like $500. Hopefully, praying to God. And by the time this comes out, I will have already hopefully had it fixed. So we'll let y'all know in the next episode if it was fixed. But I'm just hoping to have it for like another couple years so that I could maybe get a bike because I really want a bike. So yeah, I can just have like my car as like a whenever I do trips, you know, so I can actually like put like luggage in it. And and then my bike can just be like a day-to-day use, and also like when it rains, it pours. As many of you probably know from what happened in Kerrville County. So Kerrville County is a city area, whatever, that is about around like an hour outside of San Antonio towards Austin. No. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. It's outside of San Antonio, like away from Austin. So like you have Austin, and then you have like San Antonio, and then you have Kerrville right here. So for the people who aren't like watching the video, it goes from like right to left. And yeah. So yeah, there was like a really, really, really bad flood. If you haven't heard about it, you live under a rock. Simple. But yeah, it was raining here really bad for a while, and over there it hit them the most, and there was a really bad flood. Hundreds of lives were lost, and there are still multiple children missing. So if you're able to donate for them to help them, I will put a link in here that you can donate to help support them. There was like a camp, I forget the name that it was, but there was a camp, it was like a girls' camp, and the flood was so bad that like it took the cabins away, like it floated them away with kids still in there. So yeah, there's like, if you look it up, like there's pictures of like cars that are smashed in between trees. The Guadalupe River is horrendous. Like, it's honestly, it's really tragic, and it's really, really sad. I don't know, it's just tragic. Like, especially living so close to it. Like, we really, like, we got it bad, but we didn't get it as bad as them. Like, there was debris and shit, like over the highways that needed to be cleaned up, and there were helicopters like going back and forth, like just like search and rescue was everywhere. So it was very scary, and for a while, like I think all of us kind of felt that that heaviness around, so yeah, and then at my Starbucks, we have resources to donate to them for Kerrville County. I don't know if it's nationwide, but again, I will link many different resources that you guys can use to do that. Sorry if there was a weird break there. My friend called, so I was talking to her for a second. But yeah, so I will link a whole bunch of different resources down below for y'all to look at and help out with. But yeah, please, lots of prayers, lots of help would be greatly appreciated. You have no idea. So yeah, that was the main thing that happened this week. It was just really, really, really tragic. But yeah, everything else was pretty mid, honestly. Like school, work, it's basically it, I mean, like I have my own like family drama and shit, but it's very interesting to say the least. My parents are we're at that point where there's like other relationships being involved, like girlfriends and boyfriends, and it's very weird and strange, and so yeah, kind of just trying to cope with that. But for the most part, I'm chilling. Yeah, I have bought so many things that I have not really needed. I mean, I bought things that I did need at Ross, because the Ross here is so big. Like, it's not just clothes, like it's furniture, it's bedding, it's rugs, it's lamps. Like, they have cutlery, like they have everything, car stuff, everything. So I go there quite a lot. And then I also went to TJ Maxx because I wanted to look at Halloween stuff because I had a bad day. And I was like, I want to look at Halloween stuff because that makes me happy. So I did that. And yeah, bought some other unnecessary things. I bought some Night for Christmas mugs. And I lit a pumpkin spice candle. And if you give me just a moment, I will go over and get it really quick. This one is my favorite one. As you can see, she's been loved. She's my favorite one. This one was gifted to me by an old friend in California. And if you're watching this or listening to this, I love this candle so much, and I thank you. But yeah, I love it. I love it so much. It smells amazing. It brings back good memories. It warms my heart so much. And it has a little wooden wicker or whatever. So when it burns, it sounds like fire burning. I'm gonna just light it. Not gonna lie. Gosh. I love fall candles. I love fall in general. Can you hear it? Isn't that amazing? It makes me so happy, as you can probably tell. So yeah. I lit a fall candle and it started raining, and so I put on some Gilmore Girls. I watched the first Halloween because I keep falling asleep watching it. So yeah, I love it. I love that fall is coming because 4th of July is over, which means that was the last summer, holiday or whatever. And it's coming in on a close. And so very, very happy. But yeah, so this week, not too terrible in my own life. Yeah. So let's carry on. So as I said, today we're going to talk a whole lot about friendship, breakups, all that. Why is it so, the one I want to touch on first is friendship in your 20s, and especially as women. I cannot speak for men because I have a different perspective of it, and also just the way that I see men making friends in their 20s, it looks so easy. It looks so easy. They just play a game and they're homies. And I'm like, bro, WTF is this? But with girls, it's such a big deal. You have to see, oh, do you go out? Are you the talkative one? Are you gonna initiate shit? What are our backgrounds like? Where do you live? Do you go, do our work schedules meet up? Because, most, I'm not saying most girls, but, when it comes to, the men to woman ratio of who games, I'm gonna go with that men game more. And so they're able to connect with that more, without actually going out of their way and to actually hang out with their friends and whatnot. From my perspective. Okay. And then with girls, it's you have to, I don't know. It's so confusing. It is so confusing, especially because girls are emotional and they're petty and oh, they're so petty. It's the smallest things can set it off. Oh, you don't agree politically, or I don't you say one wrong thing and then they want to shank you and put you on a stake. It's bro, if you are only surrounding yourself with people who are just like you, copy and paste, what's the point of having friends? What is the point of having friends? Why not just stand in a room full of mirrors and talk to yourself? Because if everyone is if you surround yourself with people who are just like you, it's I don't know. I find no point in that. And then the people who they can't take honesty at all. First of all, it shows that some people just don't get told the honest truth, it shows. And you need to be told the truth more. And I'm the type of person that, like, I was just off the phone with my friend. Like, she's very honest. And she's very honest. She's very blunt. And I'm completely fine with that because I am the exact same way. I don't want someone beating around the bush with me. I want you to tell me the truth straight up. Okay, so sorry. There was another little break because my boyfriend called me. But yeah, no, we were talking about the differences between women making friends and men making friends. And they do agree that it is also, we came to the conclusion that, like, it is definitely, it's easier for girls to kind of spark a conversation because if you see each other, you're like, oh my god, like, I love your outfit, I love your hair, it's like, you're fucking beautiful, like, all of that. Whereas if a guy did that, he would be like, bro, get the fuck away from me. Like, he would start thinking that you're gay or some shit. But yeah, but the thing is that when a guy meets someone and they find something, or meets another guy and they find something in common, they're able to talk about that in any circumstance, basically. They only need, like, one thing to talk about in order to, like, kind of make a friendship or whatever. Whereas with girls, you have to have multiple things in common. Like, one of the only I have, if we're talking specifically, like, friends who I hang out regularly, who I talk to regularly, here where I live, I have one friend. One. And that is because, like, we have so much in common. Like, first of all, we work together, so there's that. And so we see each other a lot more often. And then also, like, she just recently moved here. I recently moved here. We're both in the same stage in our life. We're around the same age. We like doing the same things. We're both in college taking classes. She's very honest and blunt. I'm very honest and blunt. We come from, like, the same type of family dynamics. So we have a whole lot in common and what to talk about. We get each other. Like, we don't even gotta be explaining shit. It's just like, no, I get you. I know what you're saying. So, like, it comes with so much more. And I don't know exactly why. Like, why does it have to have, why do you have to have so much in common in order to make a friend, right? Like, why can't you just be like, I don't know, bro. Just vibes. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it should not take this much effort into having some friends or even just a singular friend. And with that being said, it's not that, like, she isn't enough, and it's not that, like, my friends across the country aren't enough. It's just, like, there are things that I want to do, and I cannot do those things sometimes because I'm a girl and I can't be doing them alone because it's dangerous for me, and also it's just fucking sad. So I do other things, like I go to cafes, I go to night markets, I go to little thrift stores, you know, all of that. But I don't know, like the whole girls' night thing, like, I don't really get that. Like, I don't know. Whatever. But I don't know. And what happened to the whole, like, girl thing? Like, we're all around, like, the same age. Like, the people I'm, like, mostly surrounded by, like, we're all around the same age. Why can't, we all have an understanding that making friends is hard. At our age, it's hard for us girls. And so, like, why can't we just all have an understanding of, like, I don't know, respecting that and helping each other out. Like, you know, what happened to that? What happened to the whole girl thing? Because that went down the drain. Something to think about. I feel like I was talking about something else, but then I just, like, completely forgot about it. Yeah, I don't know. Just, like, why is it so hard? Why is it fucking difficult? Why is it awkward? Why is it... I don't know, bro. I don't know. And I was talking to Aaron and Joe, and So Amarion is his name, my boyfriend, but we call him Joe sometimes. So yeah, I was talking to them and they were like, "Man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you just need to get a PlayStation at this point." And low key, I'm like, at this point, I might just have to, because what the fuck is this, bro? I'm done. I am done, bro. I'm done. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I touched on this, but like, what is the point of people waiting for everyone to come to them? Like, you know, the whole thing about like how, oh, I'm not gonna reach out to people, I'm gonna let them reach out to me. If we're all thinking the same fucking thing, no one is gonna reach out to anybody and no one is gonna know anything. Like, why can't you just, I don't know, be mature? I'm not saying that's immature. I'm saying like okay, in an instance where like if you're always the one reaching out and the other person is never reciprocating whatsoever and it's been like this for a minute, then like yeah, I understand like you would want them to reciprocate and you kind of like let them, you know, seek out more. But communicate that first of all. Say that. Like, have that communication, have that conversation. Hey, I feel like I'm always the one that reaching out to you. I'm always the one making the plans. And I kind of feel like it's not being reciprocated on your part. And so I feel like, is there something that we can do about that? Like, can we, like, I don't know, like have a fucking conversation about it instead of just assuming everything. Like, oh my god, bro, like that's just as low-key, like, as you can tell, I'm hella pissed off about it. Like, it's fucking irritating. Like, bro, you're fucking 21, 2, 3, like, it. That's high school shit. That is high school shit. Fucking talk to each other. Like, what is, like, why are people so scared of that? Like, why are people so scared of communication, honesty? It's how you get things done. It's how you have an understanding. Like, I can't fucking read minds. I can't do that. So, I don't know. Like, unless it's like you were always the one reaching out, then yeah, I can see you wanting to have someone reach out to you and reciprocate that energy and that action, but talk about that with them. Like, express how you feel and how you would want to see this change. And then, you know, you have an open, honest, adult conversation that is genuine and kind and respectful for both parties. Instead of just, like, out of nowhere, like, you just disappear. Like, because that shit has happened to me on multiple accounts. It's like, they just stop. And, like, they stop talking to me. And I reach out and I'm like, yo, like, are we good? Like, did something happen? And they're like, oh, I wanted you to reach out. Motherfucker, what? Then say that. I can't read your mind. I, like, believe it or not, but I have things going on in my life too that I be focusing on. It's not that like you're not important. It's like I have other things that I am focusing on and I am trying to make you a priority, but I didn't know that you felt that way because I can't read minds. So you need to communicate that with me so that we can get through it together. Like, I don't know. Why are people like, stop assuming things and just speak. Be honest. Have a conversation. And also, girls are so fake. Like, that was something Aaron brought up. Was like how girls will act so nice to you, like, in person, and be like, oh my god, like, I love you, blah, 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 and then talk shit about you behind your back. Like, those are bitches, bro. And that's not even, like, I wouldn't even call that, like, an actual woman. I would call that, like, a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. Because what the fuck is that? Like, being fake is not, it's not cute. It's not cute. If you're gonna act all sweet and nice to me in person, and then, but secretly, like, you have something against me or some sort of grudge, or you talk about me behind my back, like, stop that. Stop that. It's disrespectful. It's nasty. It's gross. It's not cute. It's ugly. Like, that's some bitch behavior. So yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking, I don't know. I don't know if it's just like, am I just on a different wavelength? Was I just grown up differently or something? Like, I don't know. But I'm very confrontational. I'm very, like, if I know you have a problem with me, I will come to you about it. If I have a problem with you, I'm gonna go to you about it. I don't leave any room for interpretation or assuming anything. I make sure everything is very clear and everyone knows my intentions and how I feel about you. Like, I'm very open and honest. Like, it's not hard. It is not hard. Just fucking say what you feel. Dismissed. Anyways, but yeah, and I feel like that not being able to have an open line of communication is also why a lot of friendships will end or break. Like a friendship breakup. I'm not even entirely sure what to call those because, like, first of all, there isn't like a set like term for friendship breakup. It's just called like a friendship breakup because there isn't any other term for it, and it's not as acknowledged or recognized as romantic breakups. Romantic breakups, everyone expects you to be upset. Everyone expects you to go through your grieving process. Like, there's literally grieving stages. There's whole TikTok and YouTube videos on how to get over your ex. But why is it not acknowledged enough when friends break up? Especially, like, whether it be long-term friends, short-term friends, someone you've known since kindergarten or someone you've known since the last 2 years. Like, no matter what it is, it still is hard. Either way. Like, why is it I don't know. It's not acknowledged enough. It's not recognized. It's not talked about enough. Like, why is it so uncomfortable and just like awkward, you know? Like, I have had 2 like friendship breakups in my life. One was really recent and one was a little bit more complicated. I'm gonna talk about both of them because like there is a difference between them and there is like a different like energy with them. I also, hot take, feel like friendship breakups hurt more than romantic ones. All right? But just hear me out, okay? Example A. My first ever friendship breakup was also kind of an actual breakup as well. I dated this guy, but before we were dating, we were really good friends, and he was one of my best friends. And then we dated, and that kind of fucked up the whole situation. And then when we broke up, and we were just like we were just friends, us actually like having our romantic breakup affected our friendship breakup, obviously, which was harder than the romantic one, honestly. For me, I don't know about him, but for me, it was harder for me to let go of someone who was one of my best friends, who was there for me through some of the hardest shit, who was like another part of me almost. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like he was a really fucking good friend for me, and so that hurt more than the actual romantic aspect of it. And I feel like that makes sense. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain that. So like, just again, the ones who get it, and the ones who don't. But like, I don't know. It's like you expect sometimes, I guess, for not expect you to break up, but it is a possibility. It is in the realm of possibility when you get in a relationship that you may break up. But when you have a friendship, when you have a best friend, when you have like a twin almost, you don't expect that to really end, you know? You don't really expect that to end because like, oh, you have such a great bond, whatever. But when it does end, it's like, what the fuck, you know? You kind of lost your other half almost. And I feel like you can also, like, how do I put this? Because I'm trying to not confuse my words. My current boyfriend and my last boyfriend, because I will be marrying this fool. I will be doing it. He is also my best friend. Like, he is the love of my life. He's my best friend. He's my soulmate. All of it put into one, because I talk to him the most about everything. He knows me the most out of everybody in my life. He knows me the most. So he is both my best friend and my boyfriend. And if we were to ever break up, which, bless, we don't. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, but we don't. I feel like the friendship part of that would hurt more than the romantic aspect of it. Because I feel like that's what really connects a relationship, is if you have that friendship aspect, that best friend aspect, is like, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know. I feel like that's what really makes a great connection in a relationship, is if you guys have a really good friendship as a foundation already. If you're going into a relationship and you're going straight into it as a relationship, as romantic partners, and not like, being friends for a while, then I feel like there's more room for, breakage. But if you have someone who, like, known for a long fucking time, and you're like best friends, you're connected in a certain way, that's like special, then there's less room for breakage, and you're more like, there's a higher possibility that, like, you stay together, or you even come back to each other, which in my case with Joe happened. We came back to each other, because it's just like, there is anyone else like him. I love him so much. So yeah. But back to what I was talking about. So yeah, that just hurt a lot more than like the actual romantic aspect of that breakup. And it's weird. Like, it was very weird, and it was very awkward, because like, I went to school with this dude. I literally lived down the street from him, and we had friends that were in the same circle. So when we would see each other, it was weird. Like, and it hurt. Like, for me, it hurt. And I was like I didn't really know what to do. I mean, I continued on, and I wanted to say hi, but I don't know, I just didn't want to open old wounds or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. And the thing with friendship breakups is that, like, I feel like they are just like regular breakups, where there isn't like a time limit where you get over it, And it was very weird, again, just because like there was also that romantic aspect of it. So I didn't really know how to go about it. And we tried to be friends after it, but I could tell like how much it was hurting him, and I was like, I have to, like, I can't, because hurting people that I care about hurts me so much. Like, seeing it destroys me. So I see that shit, and I'm like, I can't, like, I know it's hurting you, I know you're trying to be strong, but I can't keep putting you through that. So I had to like break it there. My most recent one was with a girl who I had known since the 7th grade. And I think I kind of touched on it the last episode, but I'll get more into detail with it. Kinda-ish. 'Cause I just don't know how much like she would want me to say, Like, even though people don't want to be in my life, I'm still respectful. Like, I'm still trying to be a good person at least. And I'm respectful to you, and I keep things a secret that you want to keep a secret. And even though like you hurt me back then, or you did this, or you like, I still will not say the things that you told me in private, and I will keep it to myself, and I will not speak an ill word about you on the internet, or treat like, no, because you're human. We're all humans. This is all our first time living, and I do not at all want to die with these regrets, or go to these people's funerals with these regrets and thinking about how, oh my god, why did it end that way? Like, why, like, like, I don't want to have regrets. So I say something, I reach out, and that is something I will talk about in just a moment. But with this friendship breakup, she was someone that I knew since like the 7th grade. And we've gone through like long distance friendships and all of that. So, we've been through a lot, and she has known me for a very long time. But it was like last year. So y'all know that I'm a very honest and blunt person, and sometimes it comes out in the worst possible situations. And some people aren't really ready for honesty, or they can't take it. And I basically said something that I shouldn't have said in that moment. Do I still stand by it? Yes. Am I gonna say it here? No. But it it really affected her and her roommate, and I admit it was like the wrong time to say it, which kind of caused a drift between me and that friend. And so we didn't speak for a while, and I had no idea why. Like, I thought it was fine because she knew me. Like, she knew that I was like very honest and very blunt. So I didn't really know why until later when we talked. And I'm gonna bring that up again. Talk to people, dude. If you have a problem with someone, then say something. Like say something I don't know, bro. Like, stop just ignoring people. Like, actually say something and speak to them and get the problem resolved. But yeah, so we didn't speak for like a year, and then we started talking again. We hung out again, and it was really nice because like I missed her and I needed her in some situations, but she wasn't there. I didn't hold it against her though, because like, I understand like you had shit going on in your life too. But I can't lie, it does suck sometimes because I feel like I am always there for everybody else, but I can only really count on myself to be there for me, if that makes sense. Like, you see those TikToks about people being like, oh, always the planner, but never the planned for. That's me. That's literally me. I plan everything. I think of everything. But when it comes to me, like, nothing is really planned for. And I don't mean to sound like narcissistic or anything like that. But I don't know, that's just how I feel. Like, and it kind of sucks sometimes. Like, I do wish that, like, oh, I had a birthday planned for me, Or, like, I don't know, people would just check in. And people do check in now. Now that, like, I've kind of, like, made it known that it bothers me. But, yeah. I don't know. Once you get it again, the ones who don't. Just another one of them. I'm just speaking gibberish. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so we started hanging out again, and it was really nice. And we talked a few times about what had happened, and we came to different conclusions. But her roommate still had this huge grudge against me, and I was like, WTF, like, talk to me, man. And I kind of lost it at one point because she tends to blame my friend, old friend, for everything that went wrong in her life, basically. And that's how it seemed from my opinion. That's how it seemed from my perspective, my point of view. So do not shoot me. But that's kind of how it seemed. Is like everything that went wrong with her, she would immediately blame it on, we're gonna call her Alex. She would blame it on Alex. And I got fed up with that because I'm like, dude, you're living your life. Like, you're being a fucking 20-year-old. You're living a normal life. And then when you do normal things, you get punished for it by, we're gonna call this person like Miranda or something. Which just really made me upset, and that's because, like, Alex would be like, oh, no, it's my fault, like, I should have respected those boundaries, and yada, 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 I should have thought better. No. And I tried explaining that, but apparently that just made things worse. Again, not everyone can take honesty. But, I don't know, but it's also a thing of, like, I like to help people. That's my thing. I want to help people. Sometimes I'm a great listener, but I am mostly a problem solver. So my initial like instinct when you tell me something is to immediately find a way to solve the problem. I know that's more like a masculine thing than like a feminine thing, but that's just how I grew up and that's how I was raised. So yeah. So I want to help solve the problem. But you ever heard like the quote that's, I'm gonna botch it probably, but like, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. It's the same thing with like giving people help. Like, you can give them all the resources and you can say, I have open arms, my phone is open, all of that. But they won't actually get the help unless they want it. You can't fix someone unless they want to be fixed. Or that you can't help someone unless they want help, you know? And I'm still like trying to learn that and, you know, come to terms with that and be okay with it. But it's hard because like I see the people that I care about and I'm like, I see the life that you live. I see how you see yourself and I don't want you to see yourself like that. You know, like, you're a beautiful person. You have a beautiful personality and so much potential. And I want to see them thrive. But it's hard when they won't let me help them see them thrive. And so, I don't know. Yeah. And it's also like people who tell themselves that like, oh, I am my mental illness and I am like, this is the way that my life is always going to be and I'm going to be depressed. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You are not your mental illness. You are not your mental disorder. It has taken a part into who you have become, but it is not who you are. It is not you as a whole. You are so many things. And your depression or your bipolar or whatever is just a little fraction of what has made you into who you are. But you are not depressed, whatever. You are not bipolar. Like, that is not who you are as a person. And I feel like a lot of people forget that. And then when I say that, they'll get mad and be like, no, like, you understand. I'm like, no, I do understand. I do. I have just lived a life where I don't want to be like that. Like, I have seen so many different examples of people who suffer from different mental illnesses, and I have had family who have passed away due to certain circumstances, and friends who have also done that. And I have also struggled with my own things. And I see that and I'm like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be there. That's not the life I want to live. And I also have like, I have my family. I have my little sisters and my little brothers and my parents and my boyfriend and my friends who depend on me. And I don't ever want to put them through that pain, because if I succeeded and if I went through with what I wanted to do all those years ago and listen to the voices in my head that tell me that I'm not good enough or anything like that, then they would be without a sister, which would then increase their chances of doing the same thing and increase their chances of having mental disorders or mental illnesses like depression, anxiety, ideations, self-harm, all of that. So it's not like, it's bigger than that. It's a lot bigger than just me. It's also everyone around you. And I don't know, I'm kind of just going on a tangent now, but if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm getting at. It's like, yeah, I need lotion really bad. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I have too many people that I care about to let those like dark thoughts and dark feelings take over myself. You know, I have people to take care of. So I put it aside, or I will deal with it in healthy ways like therapy or working out or working or journaling or like positive affirmations, not looking at things that are negative. You know, the whole thing about, I practice this all the time, but like mindfulness and also realizing that your brain is like soil, and what you what you put in it is what will grow. So when you feed negative, 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 and you're putting in body shame, I'm not good enough, I need to be skinnier, I need to be thicker, I need to blah, 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 all these different things, negative things are going to grow. But if you put into your brain positive things like, I love who I am. If I don't like something, I have the ability to control it. I am not my illness. I am surrounded by loving people. I have a job. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Like, I have grown up with me trying to make sure that I don't become what I fear, you know? Like, you have that ability. You have that ability to control your fears, to say, "Oh, I don't want to end up like this person." Then don't. You have that ability. You know that's in your control, right? Then don't. But some of y'all ain't ready for that conversation. And that is why I say this is an unfiltered podcast. Let that sink in. Have you seen those TikToks? Like there's just one guy at this college. He'll knock on doors. He always wears a weird like suit, like a funny suit. He'll knock on doors and be like say something weird, and like sometimes he'll be like, let that sink in. And then his friend will literally carry a sink into a dorm room. They're just random dorm rooms that he'll knock on, and they'll open the door, and like he'll start walking in saying something random. It's so funny. Just me? Okay. But yeah, so let's get back on track again. But yeah, so I try to make things work with her roommate, and I try to come to an understanding, but it just didn't end well, and the conversation was turning out to be very disrespectful and just very heated. And so I was like, you know what? I have nothing but sympathy for you. I pray for you daily. I hope you do okay. Blah, 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 blah. No matter how much you hate me or think I'm a bad person, I am not a bad person, and I will not be painted as such. And the friend Alex, she basically like saw that, and I'm not gonna lie, she's very susceptible to influence. I'm not gonna lie. She may disagree with me, but I've known her forever, so I know this. I've seen it many times. But she sent me this message saying that, like, basically she doesn't want to be in my life anymore. And this was really hard, and I cried for days because she was someone who was like a sister to me. She was the person who I said was going to be like my maid of honor. And the thing is that like I told her everything that I was struggling with like 3 days before she told me she didn't want to be in my life anymore. Like, I told you all of my pain, and then you go and hurt me anyways. So I just felt very betrayed, and very like I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know, like, was all that time wasted, you know? It's like fucking 8 years of a friendship down the drain because of someone who, you know what, like, I don't know, I'm gonna end up saying something that I'm gonna regret. But yeah, it just really sucked. You know, it's like all those memories just kept going by, and I still worry for her, and I still pray for her every night, and I make sure I pray that she's doing okay, that she's healthy, that all that. And there were a lot of times where I was having like nightmares and thoughts that I was gonna be at like her funeral or something, and I was gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, our last conversation was that. Why couldn't we just have been adults? And, or just like put that shit aside and talk about like what's important and realize what's important here. Because like, yeah, everyone dies eventually. So why focus on, I don't know, just like petty shit that happened like literally a year ago. Whatever. But yeah, so then like I wrote out a message to her, and I told her how I felt and how like I really hope she's doing okay. And that, like, don't ever think that you're alone, because you're not. I'm always here. Like, because that's the person I am. No matter how much you've hurt me, I will still be here. If I have told you that I will be here, I mean it. But y'all not ready for that conversation, and how loyalty, a lot of y'all pretend to be loyal to both your relationships and your friendships and say, oh, I'm always going to be here for you. If you need anything, call me. If you need a place to stay, call me. I'm always here for you. But then you switch up and do a full fucking 180, and now all of a sudden, like, you don't talk at all. You don't fuck with me anymore. Like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, if you are going to say something like that, mean it. That isn't, like, for me, that is not something to just throw around. Is be like, I'm always going to be here for you. Don't fucking tell me that. Don't say that unless you mean it. Like, you really mean it. Because I've said that, and I've gone through shit with people, and I will still tell them, like, even though we went through this, like, that first friendship breakup I talked about with the guy, I told him, like, even with everything and us, like, having that history and how it ended badly and all of that, like, I still will always be here for you, and I will always want to see you flourish, and I will support you in any way that I can. Like, I told him, like, I will still always be here for you. So if you need anything, I'm here. And I told her the same thing. I am here. That's just who I am. I'm a good fucking person. I'm a good person. But yeah, and so, I don't know, it's very weird. Like, I can't imagine, like, before I couldn't imagine a life without her in it. And now, like, I'm living a life without her in it. So, I don't know. And then, like, there's always, like, there's so many other aspects to it that hurt, like, shared jokes, trauma, memories, all of that. Like, I watch Harry Potter and immediately think about that first relation or first friendship. I go to Universal Studios and immediately think about that. I see Nightmare for Christmas and I think about the other one. I go to Dillard's and I think about that other one with the girl. Like, there are multiple things in my life that remind me of these people. So, like, it's not just, oh, I lost a person. No, it's also the grieving process of losing the person that I was with them. It was the identity that I held with them as well. It was the era of my life that was connected with them as well. So it's not just like oh, we're just not friends anymore. No, that's a death of an entire era, an age, memories, jokes, all of it. And maybe some of you don't see it that serious, but to me, it is that serious. And that's why I don't just like, Lolly doll, oh my god, we just fell out. No, there is no falling out with me. No, there isn't. I don't know. Like, I take shit seriously, bro. Fucking shoot me, I don't care. So yeah, there's my take on that. But coping mechanisms, though, one that has really helped a lot is unwritten letters. I have written so many letters, both like in my notes and on physical paper. I would say that physical paper is more therapeutic. Like, you write it and then throw it away or burn it or whatever. Like, whatever, just like write out everything you would want to say to that person. Everything you would want to say. You can even put an address on it. Just don't put don't put like a stamp on it. Don't put a name on it. Put all of your information, but leave their information out. Like, and you could even put it in the mailbox and pretend that you are sending it to them. But like, it is something that has worked for me. in the past with other people is like writing out a huge letter that I would pretend that I would basically send to them, and then like I don't even know where it went, honestly. I don't know what I did with it. But like you could burn it, you could pretend to send it, you could give it to someone else, you could whatever. So that is something that can be done. In some in some other cases, reaching out. And I would take that very lightly though. Depending on the situation, depending on how it ended, whether it was a shared interest or a fight or a fizzled out, like whatever it is, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? And it depends. Like it's very case by case. So yeah, but that has also been something that has worked for me and my own mental clarity is by reaching out. Like with Alex, like quote unquote Alex. I did that with her, and I sent her this long message because like I wanted to get out what I had to say in a very calm manner because then like I have that like peace of mind of knowing that I did all that I can, you know? And she knows that like there is an open door if she ever needs it, and that like I love her. I'll be able she has a good life and whatever. And I've done the same thing with that other friendship I had. We're gonna call him John. So yeah. I've done that with him too. I've reached out, like kind of try to squash it, let him know that like I'm supportive of your dream basically, and I want to see you flourish, all that. So it does depend, and this is with him, it has been like a year, maybe 2 years, like 2 years, since all of that. Yeah, 2 years since all of that. So it's definitely taken time, for sure. And that's okay. That's another thing, is that, like, realize your feelings, recognize where you're at, and don't invalidate it. Don't put it down to lesser than what it is, you know? Like, you are hurting, you are grieving, and that's okay. Don't stay there for too long, because then you'll get comfortable and maybe not get back up. But realize your feelings, recognize it, feel it, and keep going. And then try to continue to trust others and bring them into your life. Because when you close yourself off from a bad experience, you close yourself off from new memories, new inside jokes, new experiences, new friendships, new relationships, new eras of your life, new personalities that you didn't know were in you, or new versions of yourself. Like, you close yourself off to so many doors when you close yourself off because of, or like you put a big wall up because of one bad experience you had, right? So just like keep that in mind. And oh my god, please avoid the whole toxicity of they weren't your real friend. No! Just because someone is not your friend now does not mean that they weren't your friend at that point. I do agree that yes, there are instances where that is valid, I guess. But in situations where it's like you were genuinely really good friends and y'all broke up, I would not, like, do not go down that petty route of saying that, oh, we just, like, if they didn't stick along, then they weren't really your friend. Bro, what? No, they were your friend at some point. Like, that's toxic, that's petty, that's immature. Avoid that. You are better than that. So, yeah. But I am now done ranting about the whole friendship thing, so we're gonna talk about a little bit of just silly stuff. Like, one thought I had recently was I was on Facebook and I saw this video of this girl. It was like a montage video, like she was in labor, and she was saying how like I probably needed to get an epidural, but instead I had a loving and supportive husband by my side. And I was like, oh, so cutesy. Live, love, love. And I thought to myself for some reason, because I was also thinking about tattoos before that, and I was like, wait, tattoos while you're in labor. Just think about it. Has anyone done it? Is it legal? Is it even allowed? Would it make it worse? Would it make it better? How is it done? Does anyone do that? Is anyone, like, do you have to get a license for that? Like, think about it. Just think about it. Because if you're getting a tattoo while you're, like, you know, having contractions and whatnot, tattoos can, like, hit certain nerves that can, like, relax muscles. And also, if you're, like, you'd be focusing on that rather than the contractions. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. Or get acupuncture. That's another thing. Is get acupuncture. If you're really thinking about, like, the nerve aspect of it, like, you know, pressure points, kind of. Maybe acupuncture. Could you do that? Is get acupuncture while you're in labor? Would that help? Has anyone done that? And I was talking about this with my mom because she is a midwife and she's a nurse. So I asked her, I was like, is this crazy? She's like, yes. I'm like, are you calling my thoughts invaluable? She's like, yes. What? You call my thoughts invaluable? They may be crazy, but they're not invaluable. Come on now. So, parting words and thoughts and notes would be that I want to hear from you guys at some point. So like, just, you could email me or DM me on Instagram. I'll put both of those forms of contact, I guess, both of those in the description. And yeah, hit me up. I want to hear about your stories with friendship breakups and any other, like, interesting stories that you would want me to share on here. Or do you need advice, or do you just want my take on it, or, you know, anything, literally anything. I want to hear about it. And if you're comfortable with it, I might read one or two for the next podcast. But it depends on how many people listen to this, because I understand that I am still very new with this. But yeah, let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of Yapline. If you've stuck around this long for both long as this video and saying that it's the second episode, thank you so much. I fuck with you. Mwah. You're a G. Until next week, same time, same place. Love you. Bye.